What's happening? It's your man Valentine, baby, coming in from On the Grine. This is a show that's going to give you all the up-and-coming cats who are trying to make it to the next level. Then we sit down with the cats who have made it and ask them how hard the grind has been for them. On today's show, we got actor extraordinaire, my man, Navid Nagaban. Then we got the blues. You know, if you got the blues, you're going to listen to my man. We got James Buddy Rogers in the building. Let's get on the grind, y'all.
Downhearted, been busted and broke. Been a long time jobless, ain't no joke. I've been lost in a forest I couldn't see for trees. I haven't met a trouble that could keep me on my knees. And when my broken dreams seem like they're never gonna mend, playing the blues to ease my pain. My guitar's my only friend. My guitar gives me comfort when love just can't be found. Lovers come, and when they go, my guitar's still around. They say it's made me crazy, I should be doing other things, like find myself a real job instead of bending guitar strings. When my broken dreams seem like they're never gonna mend, playing the blues to ease my pain. My guitar, my only friend. Playing lifestyle has got me in this state. Sometimes I swear I'll give it up, but I know it's far too late. My hands around my guitar neck, but it's got me in its grip. It doesn't matter what I do, I can't shake my guitar trip. And when my broken dreams seem like they're never gonna mend, playing the blues to ease my pain. My guitar, my only friend.
My man, James Buddy Rogers. What's happening, homie? What's good, man?
Here.
Nice to see you, man.
You too.
That song was dope.
Thank you.
And, I mean, what's the song called?
The song's called My Guitar's My Only Friend.
Now, we know that the guitar is not your only friend, but,
Well,
I mean, what made you come up with that song, though?
Well, that song was written by a good friend of mine, Tom Lavin,
Okay.
who produced the album.
Nice.
And, you know, it's, as a musician, you know, friends come and go, relationships can come and go.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, the only thing left around is your guitar. That's what's been consistent
There you
from
go.
day one.
And the album's called what?
It's called My Guitar's My Only Friend.
My Guitar is My
That's
Only
the
Friend.
title track.
That's the album right there, y'all. Now, how can we get it?
You can go to my website, which is jamesbuddyrogers.com. It's on iTunes. It's, you know, if you Google my name, it'll
Yeah.
come up.
Okay. Now, I mean, what led you to the blues as a kid, though, man?
As a kid, it was
my dad was bringing home rock and roll records and
Yeah.
blues records, and naturally, that's just what I was hearing. And the '80s, growing up, that was the guitar decade, and I really got into the the Stevie Ray Vaughan, the Jimi Hendrix, the
Yeah.
B.B. King. So that's what really drew me to the blues.
As a guitarist, man, Stevie Ray, I love that dude.
Yeah.
Jimi Hendrix. There's just some of
Absolutely.
the stuff that, man, I mean, now do you mirror yourself when you play the guitar after these cats, or did you just have to go out and you practice it, or you watch them daily?
I would watch them and learn all their licks note for note.
Yeah.
And kind of learn to play those solos, and then kind of, the trick is figuring a way to put a twist on it so that you're not just a clone of something else. Where you
Exactly.
still have, your own energy, where, you can be yourself at the same time, yet
Exactly.
have influences.
Because, man, some of the things, I mean, I watch some Jimi Hendrix stuff, man, I'm like, ridiculous.
Oh yeah.
Ridiculous.
Some of that stuff's over my head.
Exactly. But, I mean, that's, now you hear,
Absolutely.
So, and did your dad inspire you to play the blues, though, man?
Absolutely. He was my biggest supporter of playing music. And when I was 13 years old, he got a license from the Liquor Control Board to take me into bars. And that's when I started playing with guys like Jim Burns, Powder Blues, Tom
Man.
Lyman.
Now, that's huge. You're 13.
Yeah.
I mean, what are you thinking when you're playing with these cats, man?
It was crazy. I stepped on the stage at the Commodore when I was, about 13 or 14 years old, and
No
was playing
way.
with Jerry Doucette. And I used to do a rock thing where I was playing with like Trooper and
Yeah.
a lot of the rock bands and the rock clubs during the early '90s is when, that was really big.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That is
Yeah,
crazy.
it was cool.
Now, were your friends kind of unhappy that you playing for these adults instead of them?
No, they actually thought it was pretty cool.
Yeah.
That a lot of my friends didn't play any instruments, and those that did were more into the Guns N' Roses, Van Halen thing.
Right.
But they thought it was pretty cool that I got to go into bars and strip clubs and play music when I was, a teenager.
Hey, man. Well, how good is that?
Yeah, it was it was fun as a teenager. I'm not complaining.
Your life was growing
Yeah.
up was amazing.
Yeah, absolutely.
The things you must have seen.
Yeah.
But we'll get to that another time. But now, man, at 10, so you must have been committed to play the blues already, right? Or was there something else you wanted to play?
I started out playing Richie Valens, Buddy Holly kind of
Yeah.
music, and then by the time I was around 13 is when I really got into blues, and I was committed at that point. That's
Yeah.
all I wanted to listen to and play. I always say blues is the roots, the rest of the fruits, and everything comes from the blues, and that's just
That's where it goes.
I
That's
wanted
where
to
it is, man.
dissect it.
There you go. I like it. Now, I'm gonna get to the on the grind question, man, because I think we need to get to that. All the cats that are out there, they want to be you. They want to be James Buddy Rogers, but they're peddling CDs or DVDs or whatever they have out there, not getting no love from nobody. Their dad's not getting a liquor license for them to play in a club. I mean, what can you tell these cats, man, to inspire them to stay on the grind?
I would just say nowadays, passion, determination, drive, just stick with it. You're going to have super hard times where you feel like quitting, and then you're going to have really good times. But if you just stay consistent, slow and steady wins the race.
Hey, I'm telling you. Now, what kind of obstacles or sacrifices you had to give up, man?
Lots. I, go through a few relationships. I got a great wife now.
Yeah.
I used to tour 10 months of the year. Now I've got 3 kids, so I kind of stay a bit closer to home, and I'll fly to gigs instead of, jumping in a bus or van and, driving from show to show and stuff. But, relatively compared to some of the people I know, I've had it relatively easy, so I can't complain.
Nice. Now, what makes a good blues artist, a great blues artist, man?
Playing from the soul rather than being technical. A lot of people tend to dissect the theory of why one chord goes to another or a note works over another chord, where I've always focused on, what sounds good. I don't care about the theory of it. If you can just tune yourself in like a radio and just transmit, that's what people relate to over the technical side of it.
Now, when you finish, when you say you end all this, man, what do you want people to say about James Buddy Rogers, man?
I just want people to enjoy the music at the end of the day. Like one of the songs on the album says, you can keep the fame. I've played clubs and venues where there's been 10,000 people. I've played where there's been 10 people. If there's one person that likes it, then it's worth it. And it doesn't matter to me if I'm playing, you know, in a suburb of Vancouver or, you know, Austin, Texas, or Madison
Exactly.
Square Gardens. It doesn't matter to me.
Yeah. Now, what's the goal for you, though? I mean, let me ask you this. What's Buddy Rogers? I'm only calling you by your middle name, by the nickname now. James Buddy Rogers, what is your defining moment?
My defining moment? There's been so many. The Buddy, I used to go by James Rogers, which
Yeah.
is my name. My dad's name was Buddy.
Okay.
And he passed away a few years ago. So to keep him the big part of it, as he helped me since I was a kid, you know, we took on the three names there. So that's where that came from.
That's nice.
Yeah, so it's a
Nice.
bit of a tribute for that.
Okay. Now, what's next for you?
Just keep grinding away at it.
Yeah.
You know, I'm on tour with Tom Lavin and the legendary Powder Blues.
Okay.
They're on their 35th anniversary tour, so I'm opening up a bunch of shows for them
Sweet.
at various festivals across the country. And
Okay.
the CD just this week won a Bluesy Award out of Florida for
Nice.
Best Blues CD in 2012. So it's going good, and you know,
You're
just
moving up,
keep the
man.
momentum going.
Exactly.
And have fun while I'm doing it.
So what happens when you get the big Grammy nomination or something like that? What are you gonna do then?
I don't want it to be any different.
Yeah.
You know, I've seen that kind of stuff change people. In music, there's a big gap from, you know, playing small clubs to playing big, you know, concert halls. And I've seen it change people, and I really hope my dad instilled, you know, just stay the same. We're all people at the end of the day. So
Nice.
don't let it go to your head.
So when the music dies, this is what they want. You want them to just see you.
Exactly.
Nice.
Yeah, I'll be playing music until I die.
There you go. There you go. Man, I want to thank you for coming, man.
Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
Oh, now, I know you got Twitter,
Yeah.
Facebook.
Yeah.
People can get you. They can
Absolutely. Yeah, jamesbuddyrogers.com. It's got my Twitter, my Facebook. You can find me online.
Get you that way. Okay.
I'm always there.
Man, this is my man, James Buddy Rogers, keeping it real with the blues. Next up, Navid Nagaban. Thanks for coming through, man.
Thanks, man.
Definitely.
Appreciate it.